Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Metropolis. So right now I'm recording separate audio over this time-lapse footage of me tearing down that wall. So I decided to go ahead and do this because I think the area is pretty much ready. I think I can defend the villagers well enough, and if I can't, then I can just get some iron golems to do it for me. And I generally go to bed around the sunset anyways, so there's not much chance for zombies to come and get them. But yeah, so while we do this, I'm going to speed it up to whatever speed I need to what I'm recording to right now, because I'm not actually watching, I'm just watching the first frame. So yeah, I've been a bit light on the videos lately. That's mainly laziness, but also I have a bunch of summer work that I have to do before school gets started in a week. Yeah, and it's actually a week on the day I'm recording this. I start school on the 26th. So, and I've also especially not been doing a bunch of Metropolis in particular because I've been on the DevCraft server a lot because I'm really addicted to that. So if you haven't checked out the DevCraft series, I highly suggest it because I'm building some pretty cool things on there. And yeah, so that's what's going on in general. But on today's episode, I think I'm going to get started on something new and interesting. I've finished the pub, well, the exterior of the pub, which is really all I'm going to do for now. I'm going to set up brewing stands in there, probably off camera later on. But today we're going to be working on the sewer system. So if you recall, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in previous videos, but on the sides of each of the houses, there's these little grates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig down from there, probably until about stone level, because it's also a good way to collect stone, which I'm desperate in need of. I'm going to make a sewer system which runs under the whole city and connects to all the houses. So this is just going to be an atmospheric thing, and it's also later on going to contribute to the sort of layering of the city. I eventually might want to have a subway system, though I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to do that in the Nether. It generally depends on how big this city is going to get. So yeah, that's just a quick update and talking about what we're going to be doing today. So I will be back with the rest of the video. Okay, and I'm back. So as you can see, I'm in the sewers right now, and it's a pretty standard design, just this sort of triangle or diamond shaped, well, not my, come on, rhombus, I think, rhombus shaped design with the stairs and then there's the water stream at the bottom. Funnily enough, just before I started recording, I had the idea to have it so that I could throw items in through these grates and it would all flow through this water stream down to a chest, or a hopper and then a chest, which would then collect all my junk over time. So if I ever needed like a lot of zombie flesh or maybe a lot of dirt or something, I could just come down to the sewers and see if I had a bunch of spare. So I'm not quite sure if that would work yet. I might have to do it per street, which would make some streets really bountiful and some streets not. But I think I'll try it out once I'm done with this little recording part. But yeah, this is just what it looks like right now. When it comes to these grates, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, because I sort of want to have some further support here, like maybe, let's get my pickaxe out. Instead of having that, we would do this instead. Yeah, I could see that working, because that way it gives a bit more structural support to what is otherwise a pretty weak looking area. Boom. And then maybe having, I'm doing some building on camera, but hopefully it's not too boring, or at least not more boring than my usual content. So it would be like this, and then have yourself a little thing up there, and then fill in these guys. That's a bit too bulky, but I might do something similar to that, probably just not that particular thing. But yeah, so this is what these sewers are going to look like. I'm probably going to add some vines, some mossy cobblestone in some places. I might want to have some water dripping down just for the effect. But yeah, that's what this looks like, and I'll get back to you. Maybe I'll have worked on a bit more of the actual mechanics of the place, or maybe I'll just expand this a lot more. But anyways, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I've done a bit of work. So as you can see, I've expanded this a bunch more. So now it goes down under, I think it's two of the four houses that I have along here, and it's starting down the fourth one here. So if I go another three, then I'll have another one of these. So basically, what I have is, it's a pattern, so it goes 6, and then a pillar, 1, a pillar, 6, a pillar, 1, a pillar, and 6, a pillar, 1, a pillar, and so on. And also, I added this offshoot branch over here, and I'll get to this water stream later. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to guess what it is. But yeah, so I added this branch over here, and this goes, first of all, under the road, so I now have a manhole cover. So I'm not sure that's quite a colonial thing, but I wanted to put it anyways just for quick access. No, I don't want to trade. Go back down. Yeah, and this, where it actually goes is right under the marketplace. Wow, that was some major Lisp action right there. It's a marketplace. So now if I want to get rid of something, what I have to do is just like come over here, toss in what I want to throw away, and oh yeah, just to give an idea of what this looks like. This is not great right now, but if I add iron bars under here, hopefully that will look a bit better. So now if we come back down like this, then hopefully as long as I did not miss, there should be a trapdoor. Wonderful. And so this is going to keep going down as far as it needs to go. I can't get, well, I can't get up there anyways. But luckily I have the depth strider boots, or else this would be a real pain falling in here. So obviously this is not done. I added redstone torches as well. I want to put one there. Just to add to the feeling. I mean, I'm sort of disappointed of how bright it is. But luckily there's a... Oh, come on. Get out of there. So it's a bit difficult to run around, but I mean, it's a sewer, so it's not supposed to be easy. So if I go in the Moody, this becomes a lot nicer. Much more atmospheric. I don't need this there. Still a bit bright over here, but in general, I like this area a lot more in Moody. I notice I'm talking in this weird voice like that, but I don't want to talk in that voice because it's sort of annoying to listen to. Actually, I'm just going to run around the world a little bit in Moody to see what it looks like. So here we are. Things like this don't really change. In general, the outside doesn't look any different. If I come over here, like this is a bit darker. I sort of want to record on Moody, but the problem is, first of all, YouTube makes everything look darker, so there's that, and also it just doesn't make very good video content. So unless I'm specifically showing off a build that benefits from Moody lighting, I'll generally keep it on bright like everybody else in YouTube. Yeah, I sort of like I really love Moody lighting now, but such is life. Oh yes, I didn't really show the pub, did I? I added some spruce doors, which now look crap due to the update. Actually, no, they don't look too bad. But I am in 13, or God, I've been using snapshots for way too long. 14W32D. So doors aren't 3D anymore, which sort of sucks. But it also means that efficiency on shovels is fixed, which is really annoying me. And the reason I've updated now instead of like a week ago is because the DevCraft server updated like yesterday to it. So I don't like switching snapshot versions. That seems sort of pointless. But let's go back into bright. Boom. So I'm keeping my horse in the cow pen now. I'm gonna have to make sure to remove him every time I go on a cow killing spree. But once, oh yeah, here's the area without the walls. It's a bit more open now. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with areas like that. This sort of awkward in-between areas I didn't really think about that much. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This will actually give me much more freedom, I think, to do what I want with the area. Oh, come on. My computer does sometimes where it just like goes to the escape menu, and then I go back, it puts escape menu. Such is life. But like what I did over here with the landscaping, I'm probably gonna do a bit more of that over there because that area looks sort of crappy right now. So yeah, it's marketplace. So let's. This isn't the end of the episode. I don't think. I'm probably gonna do something else. But let's. Since the walls have been torn down, I haven't actually looked at this since. Let's take an overall look at what the city looks like. Yeah. So I just think it looks pretty good. Like I said earlier, I'm eventually going to make this a multiplayer series. I don't want to do it too early on because that would just sort of get rid of some of the fun of it. But sometimes I feel like I just need extra help just to expand certain things. So what I'm probably going to do for the industrial era is, I don't think it's going to be near here. I think it's probably going to be over by my quarry and stuff. But I'm going to like keep a general area open for all the eras so that when I do make it How'd you get down there? What are you doing? Some of these people. But when I do bring it to multiplayer, so people who are like good at the colonial style, they'll be able to build in colonial area. People who are good at modern will be in modern. So I'm basically going to leave it open. And also, if I ever get inspired to build something in a different time period than I'm currently working in, I can just go back there, patch a few things up. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the episode. But whatever I will do, unless this is like the end of the episode, which yeah, it's probably not. So I might just walk a bit through. Actually, I'll walk. Okay, think about the sentence before you finish it. There we go. I'm going to probably walk through a bit more landscaping for the end of the episode and talk a bit about my scheduling stuff, because that's about to get really interesting. So I will rearrange my inventory so that it's a bit more reasonable for landscaping, and then I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So I'm going to work a bit on making this general area look nicer, while I also talk a little bit about how my schedule is probably going to work following this next week when I go back to school. Okay, so I have some andesite, some cobblestone, and 8 gravel. So I'm a bit low on gravel, obviously, so I'm not going to be able to do really many paths. So I'll just have to work with gardens and stuff. I have some flowers, some bone meal, some saplings, some fences, and just some general wonderful stuff. So, okay, what should I focus on first? Sort of like this area. Let's make something out of that. Okay, so some torches. Okay, we can get started. So I'll go back to school this Tuesday, which is August the 26th or 27th, I forget. But it's this next Tuesday after I release this and when I'm recording this. Come on, let's get ourselves a goodie. I know it's possible. There we go. And it only took pretty much all of our bone meal. And with school comes a lot more work to be done, and let's see if I can spawn at caves. There's a sewer system. And a lot less time to do it. So that sort of sucks. But in a way, I think my recording schedule might actually somehow get better when school starts. And I'll explain why. So right now, when I record, it's generally on a whim, and and especially recently I've been going. It looks a bit lopsided. Let's try sprucing this area up. So it gets a bit inconsistent, as you've probably noticed if you have been actually following me. I've been releasing videos in spurts, and then it goes away for a little bit, and it comes back, and then it goes away. And so right now I'm even releasing this one in sort of a spurt. because I've just like had the will to record videos, so I record videos. Then I don't have the will to record videos, so I stop recording videos. And it's a very inconsistent thing, and that's just generally how my summers work. I do something on a whim and then I stop doing it. But during school, I'm generally a bit better at that. I mean, I'm not like the perfect student, but I generally work on a better schedule than I do otherwise. How do we do? I'm just waiting for this villager to get out of here, but he doesn't seem to want to. We'll just have to push him. Okay, I'm free to go home. Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. Okay, and then I'm not using any colored fences right now, just because I had a bunch of the regular ones lying around, and I didn't feel like using anything else. Okay, this area looks a bit nicer now. So we have that area figured out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, so let's think about that. Oh, maybe bushes. Bushes would look good. I'll have to grab some shears, but I'm about to go to bed anyways. So, I actually do think that I will get more consistent as time goes on. And the way I'm planning on doing this, I'm actually doing this in my head, sort of, is I'm going to record in spurts, as I said, but they're going to be more planned spurts. I'm probably going to do a weekly spurt. For some reason, I really love the word spurt right now. But yeah, it's going to be a spurt. I'm just seeing if I can dump off anything so I can save from my inventory. We don't need you right now. Do I have flint? Oh, let's drop off my coal. I don't need coal. Oh wow, I have so much coal. So now I'll be able to get 2 stacks of leaves, 3 stacks of leaves. Go away. So I'm going to do it in spurts, and I'm going to probably record a DevCraft episode, a Wander Trek episode, and a Metropolis episode, pretty much all in one go. And then I'll release them over the week. How did you get in there? Oh, okay, you can get out, don't worry. That guy's still down there, he's pretty much screwed. Let's grab some of these oak leaves because those look the best. So, yeah. So then those will be released over the week, as I said. And I'm also planning to restart War Stories with Orsai, because I enjoy doing PvP with him. And if you guys like it too, then that's wonderful. And, oh yeah, building guide. I'm not sure. I'm such a good procrastinator. It's probably one of my top skills. I'm not going to put it on my resume though. But yeah, I'm really good at procrastinating. So I have, like, the building guide is a thing that exists right now. It's just not, it's just sort of barely started. Because what I'll do is I'll have an idea and I'll make something and then I'll completely lose interest in it and then set it aside. I don't need this one leaf. So that sucks. So I have a basic layout, and luckily for the past few days I've been really good at just sitting down and doing something whether or not I want to. So what I might do is just one day I'll just sit down and finish the building guide. But it's funny because this is specifically what I didn't want to do. With this building guide, I wanted to have it somewhat planned. Is this like any good? I don't like this. I want to do something with leaves, but not just a bush. But yeah, so I know what it's going to be and everything. I just haven't really worked on it, and it's going to have a whole. I've mentioned this multiple times before, but it's going to have a whole new like design. It's going to look so nice, and I'm going to apply it to my channel. And for a sneak peek of that design, like I said before, you can look at the DevCraft thumbnails. That's going to be the style of pretty much everything on my channel once the building guide gets released. This area's got me in a bit of a word, but oh yes, I remember what I wanted to do here. If I grab these armor stands, it's something I saw on Reddit. If you get armor stands and rose bushes, let's lay these out over by the farmer's house because that's the most logical place to put it. So you got doot, and then Yeah, look at that. It's a tomato or tomato plant. Let's get me some of those, and we'll make a little tomato farm. Quick and simple. And then fence it off. So this is sort of a mini guide in itself. Get you there. So yeah, that's going to happen. I'm not sure if it's going to be before the school year. Hopefully it will, but the problem is, another thing I was procrastinating on was summer work. And this is something that may only make sense to high schoolers in the American school system. But I'm taking a lot of classes this year, including... I'm not really going to ever need to access this, so I can just completely close it off for now. Yeah, look, nice little tomato plant. And let's just... boom. And I'm taking... Okay, so this is part that's not going to make sense to people who don't know the school system. I'm really sucking and commentating this. But yeah, I'm taking 5 AP classes in my junior year as well as a college course. So that's a lot of work. And I have summer work in most of these, and it's pretty difficult summer work. So for the last few days I've been really boosting the amount of work I've been doing, but I haven't been able to get much else done except maybe a little bit of recording. Okay, does the general area look better now? Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, this area could be a garden as well. Or maybe it's like a farm. I might copy that farm design, get a bit more output. But anyways, hopefully I'll be a bit more consistent. It's going to probably be a very organized 4 in a row schedule, and then every once in a while there's going to be a very special thing like a building guide. I really like that design. Just want to pick the tomatoes and eat them, except I don't like tomatoes. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. And I'm really struggling here, so I'm probably going to leave it off for today. So as I do the outro, I have so many eggs, good lord. I'm going to go back over across the river and see how much I've gotten done. I'm going to drown all these chickens. Use them as target practice, maybe. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Oh, look at these guys. All glitchy. Okay, so if you liked, you can leave a like. If you somehow managed to like this, then you can leave a like. If you really liked and would like to see more, you can subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.